The greatest risk is not taking any risk at all. In a world that's changing rapidly, the only strategy guaranteed to fail is not embracing the unknown. John David McAfee was born on September 18, 1945, in Cinderford, Gloucestershire, England. His father, John McAfee, was an American stationed at a U.S. Army base in England, while his mother, Joan Williams, was British. McAfee's childhood was a mix of American and British influences, with his family eventually settling in Salem, Virginia. McAfee's early life was marked by tragedy. His father, whom he described as an abusive alcoholic, committed suicide when McAfee was just 15 years old. This event had a profound impact on him, leaving him to grapple with the trauma of his father's death throughout his life. Some speculate that McAfee may have played a role in his father's death, though these claims remain unproven. Despite these early struggles, McAfee excelled academically. He earned a bachelor's degree in mathematics from Roanoke College in Virginia in 1967. However, his academic journey was cut short when he was expelled from Northeast Louisiana State College while pursuing a doctorate. The expulsion was due to a relationship with an undergraduate student, who later became his first wife. McAfee began his career at NASA, working as a programmer from 1968 to 1970. His time at NASA allowed him to develop his programming skills and gain valuable experience in the rapidly evolving field of computer science. He then moved on to work for prominent companies such as Univac, Xerox, and Computer Sciences Corporation, where he took on roles ranging from software designer to operating system architect. In 1986, while employed at Lockheed, McAfee encountered the brain-computer virus, which sparked his interest in cybersecurity and set the stage for his future endeavors in creating antivirus software. In 1987, McAfee founded McAfee Associates, a company that would revolutionize the way people viewed computer security. His first product, VirusScan, was the first antivirus software to be brought to market. Initially, McAfee didn't focus on building a large customer base. Instead, he wanted to raise awareness about the growing threat of computer viruses. His marketing strategy was to instill fear in users, which proved to be highly effective. By 1990, McAfee Associates was generating millions of dollars in revenue. McAfee's success was meteoric. The company went public in 1992, and McAfee became a millionaire almost overnight. However, in 1994, McAfee stepped down as CEO and sold his remaining stake in the company. He had no further involvement in its operations, and over time, he became one of the company's most vocal critics. McAfee publicly disavowed the company's use of his name and criticized the software as bloated and ineffective. After leaving McAfee Associates, John McAfee didn't slow down. He continued to explore new ventures, founding companies like Tribal Voice, which developed the powwow chat program, one of the first instant messaging platforms. He also founded QuorumX, which aimed to produce herbal antibiotics that disrupt quorum sensing in bacteria, and Future Tense Central, a company focused on cybersecurity. However, McAfee's fortunes took a hit during the financial crisis of 2007-2008. His investments, particularly in real estate, suffered significant losses, and his net worth, which had once been estimated at over $100 million, plummeted to around $4 million. In 2009, McAfee relocated to Belize, where he bought a beachfront property on the island of Ambergris Caye. There, he lived a life of relative seclusion, surrounded by armed security guards. McAfee's time in Belize was marked by eccentric behavior and increasing paranoia. He became interested in developing medicinal plants, and in 2010, he co-founded QuorumX with biologist Alison Adonizio. However, McAfee's life in Belize took a dark turn when he became a person of interest in the murder of his neighbor, Gregory Fall, who was found dead from a gunshot wound in November 2012. McAfee refused to cooperate with the police, fearing for his life. He went on the run, hiding in the jungles of Belize, and eventually fled the country, first to Guatemala and then to the United States. After his deportation from Guatemala in December 2012, McAfee returned to the United States, where he continued to make headlines. In 2016, he announced his candidacy for the U.S. presidency under the Libertarian Party, campaigning on a platform that emphasized personal freedom, cybersecurity, and the legalization of cannabis. Though he lost the nomination, McAfee remained a vocal advocate for his causes. McAfee's political ambitions resurfaced in 2020 when he once again ran for president. This time, his campaign was marred by legal troubles. He announced that he was running in exile after the IRS indicted him on tax-related charges. McAfee claimed he had not filed a tax return since 2010 and that the U.S. government was targeting him. McAfee's legal troubles caught up with him in October 2020 when he was arrested in Spain at the request of the U.S. government on charges of tax evasion. The indictment alleged that McAfee had earned millions of dollars between 2014 and 2018 but had failed to file income tax returns. While imprisoned in Spain, awaiting extradition to the United States, McAfee remained defiant. He continued to communicate with the outside world through social media, where he expressed his distrust of the U.S. government and claimed that if he were found dead in prison, it would not be by his own hand. On June 23, 2021, just hours after the Spanish National Court authorized his extradition to the U.S., John McAfee was found dead in his prison cell, the cause of death reported as suicide by hanging. However, McAfee's death has been shrouded in controversy, with many, including his widow, questioning the official narrative and suggesting that foul play may have been involved. John McAfee's personal life was as tumultuous as his professional one. He was married 3 times and claimed to have fathered 47 children. His relationships were often as unconventional as his lifestyle. After his deportation from Guatemala in 2012, he met Janice Dyson, a former prostitute 30 years his junior, and the two were married in 2013. McAfee's lifestyle was marked by excess and controversy. He was open about his use of drugs, particularly stimulants like MDPV, and his paranoia led him to take extreme measures to protect his privacy. He often used pseudonyms, changed his IP address frequently, and even claimed that he did not use his own antivirus software because it was too annoying. However, McAfee's death quickly became the subject of widespread speculation and conspiracy theories, largely fueled by a 2019 tweet in which McAfee stated, "If I suicide myself, I didn't. I was whacked. Sick." Comparisons were drawn to the death of American financier Jeffrey Epstein, who died under similar circumstances in 2019, leading many to suspect foul play. McAfee had repeatedly claimed that if he were ever found dead by hanging, it would be a sign that he had been murdered. His lawyer and widow both expressed doubts about the suicide ruling, with his widow calling for a thorough investigation. McAfee's death, like much of his life, was shrouded in controversy and captured the public's imagination. This intrigue extended into the media, where his life became the subject of documentaries and films. Gringo, The Dangerous Life of John McAfee, a Showtime Network's documentary, explored McAfee's time in Belize and the darker aspects of his life, including allegations of drugging, sexual assault, and involvement in murders. His story continued to draw attention, with the 2022 documentary Running with the Devil: The Wild World of John McAfee shedding more light on his chaotic and mysterious life. John McAfee was a man of contradictions, a genius and a madman, a visionary and a fugitive. His life was a testament to the dangers of living on the edge, constantly pushing the boundaries of what is possible and acceptable. As we reflect on McAfee's life, we are left with more questions than answers. Was he a victim of his own excesses, or was he a man ahead of his time, misunderstood by a world that couldn't keep up with him? In the end, John McAfee's legacy is one of innovation, controversy, and a relentless pursuit of freedom. If you found this story intriguing, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon for more captivating stories like this one. See you in the next video.